Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another solo leveling arise video, and we have an in-depth guide for Charlotte, the new dark base DPS slash damage dealer. I'll be going into her weapons, skills, artifacts, and a playtest, but I do want to answer the most important question, which you guys can tell by the title of this video, which is is it worth to summon for Charlotte? Because she's basically a duo with Harper, so if you're going to summon for Charlotte, you should also summon for Harper and vice versa. So if you summoned for Harper, you should summon for Charlotte. Now, I would say this is probably more catered to spenders in the game. If you're a low spender or a whale, I think it's worth to go ahead and summon for them. If you guys are free to play, I would be very cautious to invest in them because the rate up draw tickets are very hard to come by. There's also basically Harper and Charlotte are designed for a couple of things here. The main thing is the new Encore mission here with Kaisel, or Kaiselin, however you pronounce the dragon's name. If you want to go ahead and farm this, you probably should summon for Harper and Charlotte. If you're okay with not really progressing in this and you're just fine with that, then you can go ahead and just focus on your wobble because you get similar gear from just farming Cerberus and Vulcan. So if you guys are pretty good with wobble with like your water-based hunters or wind-based hunters like Alicia, Mireille, those types of hunters, if you've invested in those hunters, you can probably focus on wobble and skip progressing in this dark-based dungeon right here with Kaisel. So if you're fine with going that route, then you can skip this video. You don't need to summon for them. I think that answers that question right there. Although maybe in the story mode, it would be helpful for Baron, I think, because he's dark based. So it could matter in the long run, but I know a lot of players aren't there yet. Even I'm not there yet. Even on my main account. So just something to consider before you summon for them. I hope that helps you guys in advance. But if you do have her, then stick around for this video. I'll get into the rest of the guide here, which is for her hunter weapon. She does have her own unique one here. She scales off defense, so it's very important for this defense stat, as well as the effect here is pretty good too. So increases their defense, crit rate, and crit hit damage. That's very nice to pick up. If you don't have her hunter weapon, there's a couple good alternatives, which would either be the axe here or the shield. That's giving you your that's giving you the defense here. So a couple of decent alternatives there. Moving into her skills, couple really important things. I can sum this up really fast so you don't have to read through this. Her basic attack does 3 stages, so you just need to use her basic skill here, or not skill, but basic attack 3 times. Once you use it 3 times, she is going to allow you to use her ultimate. So her power gauge just works very differently. So after using those 3 basic attacks, you guys are going to be able to use her ultimate. That does a good amount of damage. And then after using her ultimate, that's also going to, sorry, I keep going kind of back and forth here. That's going to increase her damage of her second basic skill by 50% for up to 10 seconds. There's also a couple other effects that take place, especially if you have her A1. I do recommend trying to get her to A1 if you do summon her. That gives you this nice little extra effect, which basically take this, yeah, becomes available and increases her dark damage as well. But basically, so use her basic attacks, you get her ultimates, and then it's going to increase the damage of this Harper help skill by quite a bit. So that's kind of how her kit works. I don't really know if I need to go too much in depth with these other skills. If you want to go ahead and take a look at them, you guys can go ahead and read through them. But I think that's the basic gist of her skills. And then wrapping up with her artifacts here, there's probably a couple different alternative ways you can do this, but I really do like the Warmonger set because as you can tell by recommended stats, she scales off defense, damage increase, and crit hit damage. And if you guys just want to go ahead and take a look, if you're not familiar with Warmonger, it increases her attack and defense. So that's one of the stats here. And then also this will stack up a good amount. 3% for 6 seconds stacks up to 8 times. So you guys can kind of do the math on that. So that's very nice to have. The Warmonger set, and then of course you guys know the curse set just increases damage and has some other effects here. So I did go for Warmonger for curse. You could also just go 8 curse. That's another thing I've seen before. I don't know if there's really any other sets that are that good on Charlotte here. I would focus on Warmonger and curse. I'm thinking maybe you could go with, ooh, I don't even know. I would just stick with those ones. I mean, there's a couple alternatives, maybe like the hard leather, or the toughness set, because that does help with the crit hit damage. But those are probably the only 3 ones that I would really be focusing on: hard leather, Warmonger, Cursed. So hope this helps you guys build her out a little bit. I did also level up some of her skills here just to level 5. You could go more if you want. That's kind of just what I did for now. But all right, let's stop me yapping here and we can go ahead and head into a playtest. Now I could fight Kaisel, but he's a little glitched right now, so it's not very fun to fight against him. So I'm just going to do the bear for ease of use. And yeah, we'll just hop in here. So this should be a pretty straightforward play test. We can kind of get an idea of her damage, and I'm also using Harper as well. So what you want to start with is just her 3 basic attacks. I'll just dodge there really quickly. So now she has her ultimate, so you can go ahead and pop that. Then I believe it's her E that you want to use here. Sorry, I had to dodge that a little bit, but now it's just a matter of doing damage. I can also switch to Harper here. Okay, now we've got the hammer going. I'll just switch to Emma so I can show you guys her QTE. Okay, taking a little bit of damage. Alright, let's see how much this does here. Okay, didn't let me dodge that. So we want to use her autos. Now we ult. So that did a good amount of damage there. I'm kind of just tanking the hits here just so we can see the damage charts. Now it's the crystals. I think I can kind of... Oh, no, he did the crystals. Okay. Otherwise, I think I can wrap up the video here, guys, because otherwise this fight's pretty boring. But I hope that gave a decent sense. Sorry I had to do some dodges in there, but I would say, just to wrap up with this video, that if you're free to play, you could probably skip and just hold on to your rate up tickets. If you do have a good amount saved up, or if you're a low spender and you just want to go ahead and pick them up so it can make the Encore missions easier and eventually fighting Baron easier, I think they might be worth it in the long run. So I think that it is worth it if you have the resources to spend. But like I said, if you don't worry about them. You can skip them and just save your tickets. But otherwise, that's it for this video, guys. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, and concerns down below in the comments. Like I mentioned, I'll put another link in the description so you guys can check out some more information there. And yeah, guys, so that's it. Take care in the meantime, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.